Guy, you've done really well running 5 events this year. Obviously, it's a shame losing Rally of the Test and Le Jog, but you're going to make up for it all in one day.
When we made the decision to postpone Le Jog and Rally of the Test, we thought we ought to give our competitors a bit of a Christmas send-off. It's been challenging to put it together, but with this great facility we have here at Bicester and use of the airfield and the perimeter tracks, we're going to give the competitors 11 tests. And plenty of other competition, a little bit on the road, but most of it's within the confines of the Bicester site. When you look at the entry list, we've got certainly the top 15 crews. Anyone in that could win. You know, it all depends what class they're in, how they go on the tests. So yeah, it's going to be close at the top, and I think it'll all come down to a few seconds.
Dave, you're normally preparing the cars or chasing around with the other sweeps. You're driving, what's going on?
There was a chance to come do an event, which is and support obviously the teams as well, and have a bit of fun for the change.
What do you know about this one-day blast? It's a red one.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, and if guys set it up, it's going to be very interesting. So yeah, really looking forward to it.
Ricky, you're normally out on the stages, you're going regularity rallying. What's this about?
Well, I'm getting old now, it's probably time I hung the helmet up. Graham, while my navigator, is not a regularity man, so we have great fun. Neither of us know how to do them. As you see now, he's learning how the clocks work, but no, they're great fun.
But also good to get out just before Christmas.
Oh, it's fabulous to be out, yeah.
Really looking forward to it. It's nice to be back amongst the family again.
You look at the entry list on this event. This is going to be the Rally of the Champions.
There's probably half a dozen or more crews there that can win this event. And it's a one day as well, and the problem with the one day, if you make one mistake, you've probably lost the whole day. You know, it's not like a 3 or 4 day where you can get the time back in subsequent days. So yeah, it's going to be tough, but really looking forward to it.
It's just good to be out competing again. You know, hats off to Hero and ERA for putting it on and persevering with it. It's important that we can try and keep motorsport going, obviously being COVID compliant, and I think they've put a lot of work into this. It helps with having the Bicester site here to be able to sort of keep it compact, but yeah, no, looking forward to it. Should be good fun, good to get back out.
Andy, one mistake would throw anyone behind, is that the case?
It would, Tony, yeah, nice of you to mention that. You know, people like Ian never make mistakes, so it's always a little bit tricky to beat people like that. And we've got Mr. Majuka in our test class as well, so it should be an interesting day, as I'm sure it will be for everybody. We'll all be trying very hard from the start and looking to enjoy a good skid round. We've dubbed it the Rally of the Champions just because the entry list is phenomenal. Would you agree with that? Yeah, really good quality entry list. So great to have such good competition out. And we'll see which of us has fared best in remembering what to do over the last 12 months.
Obviously, we'd like to try and do well. It'll just be really nice to finish off an unusual year with some fun.
We've got a very safe event. We can run within all the current guidelines, and we're very excited to be able to put on, what's this now, our 5th event this year.
Everybody wants to go, maybe have a go and, as I say, see some friends before Christmas, and really strong entry list, and yeah, some you wouldn't be able to say today who was going to come out on top on this, because there's some fantastic competitors here. Unfortunately, I broke the Porsche quite seriously, so hence today I've managed to take Matthew's car, and he said to me, I can use it as long as I don't break it.
Thomas, you must be pleased as the chairman of Hero ERA that this is the 5th event you've managed to put on in this COVID year. How do you feel about that?
With the new Tier 3 announcements around our rally, we had to reroute and work through the night. So a real thank you to everybody in the team and all the competitors to comply with COVID rules and still allow all of us to enjoy the last day of rallying.
How are you enjoying your new HQ on the Bicester Heritage site?
Well, I think this place is actually amazing. You've got the best upholster, the best panel beater, the best machinist. You're talking classic cars all day long, everybody fit for purpose. I think out of the many things that we've done with Hero ERA over the years, I think moving here was probably one of the best choices we made.
Now you're driving today. How do you think you're going to get on?
All I can tell you is that Nick and I will try our absolute hardest. Obviously Paul and Andy Pullen are the people to beat. We've had over the years great spats of edging away seconds on tests and regularities. We'll see, but let the best crew win for sure.
Incredible entry list.
Amazing entry, and even, you know, it's a shame we've lost a few for obvious reasons, but the quality is in real depth as well, so we're up against it today, I think.
There's some really good crews here, good navigators, good drivers. I think it's going to be more difficult than the Hero 3, so, but we'll give it a go. We shan't hold back. It's about how you drive, not what you drive.
We came around the left-hand corner up there on the airfield, and the steering just all of a sudden went funny. I knew straight away something had snapped or fallen off, and then we stopped and had a look, and the steering arm has snapped basically. I think Neil's just said to me, I think we were lying third at the time, so it's just one of those things. It's a 58-year-old car. Regardless, we've had a really enjoyable day.
Howard, did you manage to look after your son's Escort?
Running well, ran really well. It's a few years since I drove it on the Paladin Rally. Very different from the Porsche, but yeah, thank you, Matthew, for letting me use your car today.
Where do you think you finished?
Don't know, probably not quite as quick on the tests as some other people in the group, with me not knowing the car that well, but yeah, overall, should be okay.
It was brilliant. Yeah, it was absolutely a blast. It was really tricky, difficult conditions in the morning with lots of water, and the competition was just fierce throughout the day. I think there's only a couple of seconds between the top 3 or 4 at lunchtime.
Highlight?
Just the whole day was a highlight to me.
Tough for the vintage boys today.
Yeah, it was challenging because we're obviously, you take Crosby at the front, he's 200 brake horsepower. We're kind of probably 80, 90, but you know, an amazing day. And that last test, just mind-blowing.
And right in front of us, you had a big birthday spin. Happy birthday, J-Lo.
It was one of those moments where we came in and it said care and it was a bit slippy. And I thought, I'm going. And I was like, no, I'm going. And then Pete was like, what's happening? And we just pirouetted round. It's quite muddy, so it was first nothing, second nothing, third. I thought, is the throttle falling off? And eventually we got going, but yeah, it was one of them moments.
How do you think you've done at the end of all that, Peter?
Well, those last results show us 7th after, with that last regularity to go on. So.
Dave, it looks like you were enjoying yourself out there. You look pretty flamboyant. How do you reckon you got on?
Earlier on we seem to be doing quite well in early results, but if we stay up there is another thing. Fantastic event, great fun out there, what a venue. It's just wacky racing, just absolutely brilliant. Well done to the team for putting on such a good event with it.
Emily, I could hear you shouting at Stewie there, and was he obedient today?
He really was, yeah, and he's obviously deaf as a post, so it would be better if I had a megaphone.
That's not good in a driver, is it?
No, but there obviously isn't enough room for a megaphone, so I just have to completely yell at him. But he's actually been really obedient today. I think it's his age, but he's definitely falling back in line.
Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it's been great. It's been really good. Glad to be out and about.
I think we've all been just really grateful to actually just be out, haven't we, and take part in something. So, you know, just before Christmas, bit of festive spirit, and really grateful to be out.
We now know what to get Stuart for Christmas, an ear trumpet. Well, it'll go with the car, won't it?
Well, listen, you were all having a lot of fun. You splattered us all in mud. Thank you all for that.
We've really enjoyed it.
Really tough.
Even when we've been
But really
shouting
good.
at each other.
It's good fun, nice to be out and enjoying ourselves. Very slippy out there in the mud. We shouldn't have been in too much mud, but we were. But it was good. We thoroughly enjoyed it, and we'll be booking on for the next one.
Right, Chris is listening to this, and I think he's smiling behind his mask. I'm not quite sure, but we were worried about what looks like a pretty beautiful standard Porsche going out in all this, let's say, difficult conditions.
He had bought the car specifically to do this sort of rallying in it. It needs a little bit of work to prepare it better for this type of event, because this is a little bit tougher than we were kind of expecting. A little bit more muddy and dirty, so it's a little bit too low, so it just needs to be increasing ground clearance and better tyres, and we'd be good to go and be out and enjoying it even more next time.
Chris, give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it.
It was nice to be back out after quite a while, and the morning went quite smoothly, but this afternoon on the regularities was slightly more scrappy, so we lost a bit of time there. But yeah, it was a good day, good to be back out and a final sort of end to 2020.
Andy, at this stage we don't know the final results. It could be close between the two cars.
Yeah, it seems like it. We're both drivers have done really well on the tests, so we've dropped not too much on the tests, and then both been okay on the regularities, a little bitty here and there, and with our sort of rough working out, so we sort of have come up with a similar number. So it's pretty close. I think at the last set of results, Nicky's leading by 4 seconds from us, and then Dan and Neil aren't too far behind, but they've broken down, unfortunately. You know, those Volvos aren't as reliable as people say, it turns out, or maybe it's something to do with Dan's driving.
Need a Mini.
Need a Mini, yeah.
And if you have one perchance, will you be celebrating later on or driving home?
Oh well, we'll be driving home, won't we? But then, yeah, maybe a bit of celebration.
We live together, so one of the two of us will likely be celebrating.
Yes, and then the other commiserating. So
Driving home for Christmas.